We'll start with the Liverpool match, even though it's the 3 p.m. kickoff, because I got to say, how quick until Jurgen Klopp complains about the fixture pile up here, as if they're the only team dealing with it. They're playing 3 p.m. on Friday, minus 334, home to Leicester City, who are 8-1 on the money line, coming off just a no-show effort against Newcastle. The draw was 5-1 here at Bet365. I could see an argument that you should just set it and forget it with Liverpool on like a spread, because I see goals in this match. And I don't see many of them coming from Leicester, but the price just seems a little crazy. And had Leicester not just gotten walked by Newcastle, like if you had just kind of flipped these games, you might get a better opportunity. You would have got a better opportunity to go against the Foxes with Liverpool. But that's not what's happening here. So I think this one's a pass for me. It would be Liverpool, like on a spread or nothing. BJ, you think we might see some bushels of goals, though?
Yeah, I do like over 3.5 goals at plus 110. Liverpool's struggles this season, has really put a damper on how good their offense truly has been. Like, they're averaging 1.79 non-penalty expected goals per 90. That's 0.01 behind Manchester City. They have created the most big scoring chances, 18 in their last 9 matches, and they're averaging almost 40 touches in the penalty area. Like, this is an absolute legit offense that, yes, doesn't have Diego Jota. They're probably not going to have Firmino. They're obviously going to be without Luis Diaz for a while, but they have plenty of attackers. And then Cody Gakpo's coming in January. But Leicester defensively has been really, really bad. I mean, they were very bad against Newcastle. They're 17th overall in expected goals allowed. Like Danny Ward, yeah, he had a little bit of a positive regression comeback, but let's be honest, he's still one of the worst goalkeepers in the Premier League. And Leicester, the big thing about them is we saw some positive regression for them defensively. And I think the reason for that is because they stopped playing really, really good teams. Like, if you look through their schedule, they played a lot of the big six up in the first part of the season, and then they played the Bournemouths, the Crystal Palaces, and those type of teams in the bottom half. So far this season, against the top half of the table, Leicester's allowing 1.8 expected goals per 90 against the top half. And I mentioned this last episode, but Leicester, you look at their offensive passes per defensive action numbers, and you'll see they're third right now, and they're like, oh, that's very impressive. But when they have to face good pressing teams, like, they tend to struggle. And it happened against Newcastle. The penalty to open the match came off of a high turnover. Newcastle forced 11 of those in that match. Liverpool's high press doesn't really have the same bite that it's had in years past, but I mean, they're still top 6 in high turnovers. And I mean, Leicester, if Liverpool scores first at Leicester, it's going to get out of hand for them, because they are allowing close to 1.7 expected goals when playing from behind. And the flip side of that coin is Liverpool's defense just really hasn't been that good. Like, they're allowing 1.25 non-penalty expected goals per 90. That's 10th in the Premier League. Like, they've allowed 17 big scoring chances. And one thing to look out for is Alisson is running ridiculously hot in net. Like, he's at a plus 8.3 post shot XG plus minus. So I think this match has a ton of goals in it. I have 3.4 goals projected. So I like the price of 3.5 at plus 110.